Good morning from the Blue Creek Trail. We are heading out to backpack the Outer Mountain Loop in Big Bend National Park. It is traditionally done in a slightly longer route than what we're doing, but we are not going down into the Chisos Basin because we've already hiked all of those miles. So instead, we have parked our car at the Homer Wilson Ranch. Yesterday, we took a really long detour to cache water over at Twisted Shoe, or at the intersection of Juniper and Dodson. So we've got a bunch of water waiting for us there, and hopefully that will be everything we need. We've got 2 gallons waiting for us, which is way more than we've ever needed in the past. Trail intersection is a little confusing here, so I'm going to pause and then I'll catch you later once I figure out where we're going. Good news is we have found the trail. Bad news is it's too steep for me to do much talking, so I'll chat more once we get to a rest break or we're going downhill. Well, we're about 5.5 miles in to about a 15-mile day, and we're done with the worst of the climbing for the whole backpack. We'll probably have as much climbing to go as we've just done, but it will be spread out over 20 miles instead of 5. So, feeling very thankful and really appreciating these views. It's around 2:15 and we've been hiking for 12.5 miles. We are out of the mountains. You can probably see them in the peaks behind us. We hiked up Blue Creek Trail and then met up with the South Rim Trail for a short bit. Took Colima Trail across the Chisos Basin mountains and then took the Juniper Canyon Trail down. It was a fool's errand because at first it was up and we were expecting it to be only down, but eventually it just went down, 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 lots of down, lots of switchbacks. We are now walking out of the canyon, so the mountain rims on either side of us are opening up. The sun is here. It's a pleasantly warm day. It's a bit uncomfortable for hiking, but not very uncomfortable, just a touch. We've been stopping to snack every few miles to try to keep ourselves fueled. We're doing what's called camping dry on this hike, which technically means you're just not camping near water, aka anywhere in Big Bend is camping dry, but we actually are also camping without a stove. We just packed tortillas and peanut butter for dinner, so we'll see if we're and Nutella. So we'll see how ravenous we are tomorrow on our hike out. Anything else you want to say?
No, we're just out in the desert.
Out in the desert.
Here we go.
Let's see if our water's still there. Back right.
Got moved.
It got moved and relabeled.
They didn't like our green marker.
Whatever.
We're at 1438 and we are at the water cache. And now we got to fill up and decide how far we're going to go now, because we got to find a campsite. And there's not really a campsite here, and I don't think Ranger 439 would be very happy with us if we camped here.
Ranger 439 did not think our little label was appropriate. We got relabeled. All right, we're calling it quits at just a little bit over 15 miles. We'll have a little over 11 miles to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we could probably have pushed forward. We have the energy to do so, but this is our view.
It's pretty great.
Well, we are set up at camp about a half a mile away from the water cache at the intersection of the Dodson and Juniper Canyon trails. Our big goal was to get to that water cache today. We got there around 3:15 or so, and then just took a long break. There was actually a little bit of shade there, so we found some rocks and put them in the shade and sat in the shade, played some backgammon on the phone, and then decided to try to mosey down the trail just a touch to try to find a campsite that was a little bit closer to the car. So we think we're about 11 miles away from the car. It might be closer to 12. It's kind of hard to tell exactly for sure. But whatever we are is half mile closer than we would have been if we had camped back near the cache. The last hour or so, it started cooling off. We ate some dinner, tortillas with peanut butter and Nutella. Kelly called them our craps. A play on the crepe idea. And then we've just been hanging out. Tomorrow morning, we're going to try to wake up around 6:15. We're going to pack up what's inside of our tent, crawl outside of our tent, eat some food, pack up the outside of the tent, and hopefully be on the trail by about 7:20. We might be able to squeeze out a few more minutes earlier than that, but we'll want to make sure that we can see where we're going in the morning. So yeah, hopefully on the trail by 7:20, hopefully back at the car by 1:20. Good morning. We are out from camp. We did not make 7:20, but we got on the trail before 7:30. We slept without our rain fly on last night. It was really awesome to wake up and see the stars through our mesh lining throughout the night. Just a really unique experience that we can't have very many places. We're a little discombobulated this morning, just trying to get our packs and everything situated again, but the morning is really, really pretty. So the Outer Mountain Loop is a 26-mile loop that runs into and around the backside of the Chisos Mountains. There's a few ways you can do it. A lot of people make it a 32-ish mile loop and either include a side trip to the South Rim viewpoint or to Emery Peak viewpoint. Those are both in the Chisos Mountains. Our 26-mile loop just cut through the middle of the Chisos. We've already seen those viewpoints and we'll probably go up to see them again in the future, so there wasn't any need to add those miles onto our backpack. If you do the 32-mile option, then a lot of people take 3 days, so 2 nights or 3 days at a minimum. Some people take more. We wanted to save our time and not have to worry about carrying as much food and water. So our 26-mile loop was, again, a really good option for us because we were able to do it in just one night. It was definitely within our wheelhouse. We're not done with the climbing on day 2 yet, so full disclosure there. But the 26 miles, if you're in good hiking shape and you have your gear dialed in, is a good plan.
Good job.
Almost there.